vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome to another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron and I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ. What does that mean? It means that every single day I work with creators big and small, helping you guys rock your channel, get you to that next level, and that's what we're going to do today. The cool thing about vidIQ is a lot of us are actually creators ourselves. A lot of us actually have our own channel and we understand those frustrations. We know what happens when you spend all those time, hours, kind of very carefully creating those videos and then it doesn't work and you get really upset, really despondent. So that's what the solution that we create is all about helping you kind of get over that hurdle, unblock that. If you don't have vidIQ at the moment, that's totally cool. You can hang out with us and see everything we have to offer. If you do have vidIQ, the free version, in the description below, there's a 30-day free trial. Go and grab it because in 30 days, everything that I'm telling you today, if you do that, it will change your channel for absolute ever. So definitely go and check it out. You'll see there's so much value. Things will unlock today that have been locked forever. YouTube is essentially made up of 3 Ds. And you have to do all 3 of those Ds to be able to rock your channel. So the first D is discover. You need to be discovered by the YouTube algorithm, by the search engine, because the most amazing content that lives somewhere out there in the world that nobody knows about, that you haven't labeled correctly, you haven't told YouTube about you, is just pointless. The second D, you need to deliver. In other words, people have given you their click. They've stopped what they're doing. They've clicked on your video. Are you delivering? Did you clickbait? Did you get people to come to your video when it's bad quality and bad audio? So this you need to deliver, because when you deliver, this is such a crucial metric for YouTube. It says, hey, this video looks pretty cool. I am going to start distributing it, which is the third D. I'm going to distribute it to a much wider audience so that that wider audience can see your content, not just your subscribers. It brings it up to the bigger YouTube community. And if those people are watching because you're delivering, then it will bring even bigger and even bigger and even bigger audience. And then your channel really, really explodes when that happens. Happened to me. I can tell you from personal experience that it's just one of those things that when it happens, it is absolutely incredible. But you've got to focus on delivering. You've got to focus on your quality of your content. But today, it's not about theory. Today, it's all about real, practical, step-by-step instruction of what you need to do to get those 3 Ds. So with all that being ready, we are ready to kind of get you really on that journey. This is where we begin, and we're going to begin in the kitchen. Yes, that's where all YouTube begins. It begins in the kitchen. Not only do you have your cup of coffee, but now I want you to go to your kitchen. I want you to open a random cupboard, grab some random ingredients, stick them in a bowl, mix them all up, stick them in the oven, and let's see if a chocolate cake comes out. What are the odds of the chocolate cake come out? Pretty much not much, right? And the reason for it, because you've done random stuff, you've mixed it together randomly, you've stuck it in the oven for some random time. There's no way a chocolate cake is going to come out. And yet that is how we approach our YouTube as well. We go out there, we grab our camera, we go and film, we come home, we edit, we cut, we paste, we create a cool video, we throw together at some random title, description and tags, upload it, and then go, I hope something comes out. I hope my chocolate cake works. I hope my video works. That's never going to work. However, what if I said to you, look, here's the ingredients. Here is what you need to buy. This is how you mix it with these ratios. And then you mix it in this format. And then you stick it in the oven for this long period of time. Well, what are the odds of chocolate cake coming out then? Much better. Well, YouTube is about following a recipe, very much like the chocolate cake. Today, I'm going to show you that recipe. I'm going to show you the step that you need so that you have yourself the best opportunity to get your videos ranked, your videos seen, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to be able to do that. Right now, this is where everything starts. This is the YouTube search bar. What I want you to do is go put in there the word chocolate cake. There it is, chocolate cake. When that comes out, I am now thinking, hey, I've got a channel. Do I want to make a video about this keyword, about this thing called chocolate cake? What I'm going to do is put my keywords in here in the search. By the way, of course, this will work for absolutely any keyword whatsoever. But we're going to stick with the chocolate cake simply because it's universal, whether you're from Pakistan, from India, whether the Philippines, the Far East, the Middle East, the US, anywhere in the world, you are going to know what a chocolate cake is, which is why I stick with this as the example. So chocolate cake is in here. The first thing I do is I go look down here. Look at this bar. It says vidIQ search volume, and it's nice and green. What does that mean? It means a lot of people are searching for this. A lot of people are searching for your keyword. And then, so do you just rush out and make the video? No, because you got to look at this metrics as well. It says competition score. It's in the red. What does that mean? It means, yes, we have a lot of people searching for chocolate cake, but we also have a lot of competition delivering on this term chocolate cake. So what do I do now? I mean, I really want to make a chocolate cake video, but look at that competition. I'm never going to rank against these videos. I mean, some of these things have got 45 million views. I'm never going to rank against them. So ideally, what you want is a term that is in the green. In other words, lots of people are searching and competition score is down here somewhere. When that happens, that is a beautiful match. You have got yourself a keyword that's highly searched for, but people are not delivering content. So this is where essentially you start. But let's stick with our example here. We can see competition is very high, search volume is very high. What do I do now? What you do now is something is going to change the way you do YouTube. Remember, YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. What do you do in a search engine? You ask questions. And what YouTube's job is to marry up your question with somebody's video. Okay, again, YouTube is a search engine. It wants to give you answers to the question that you've asked. So here is a good hack. What you're going to do, you're going to go to chocolate cake in your search bar. You're going to put space, and you're going to do the alphabet walkthrough. A, chocolate cake at home. B, chocolate cake banana. C, D, E, F, G. Right? What am I doing? I am using YouTube's own autocomplete, because YouTube says, okay, so many people around the world have searched for chocolate cake in. So the next person that starts to type the letter I, I'm going to make it easy for them to find their video immediately. So chocolate cake in a microwave seems to be pretty darn popular. So popular that all of a sudden it comes up in my autocomplete. If I was making a chocolate cake video, what I would do is I would say chocolate cake in a mug, in a microwave, and then in a mug. I would definitely not stick a chocolate cake in a pressure cooker, but that could be a fun video too. So chocolate cake in a microwave, chocolate cake in a mug. Look how I'm already tapping into those search phrases that people are already searching for, so that I know that people are searching for it to the point that it came up in here. It came up in search. Therefore, enough people are searching that I potentially have some eyeballs that are going to come to my video. But there is even more. You go to the beginning. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. What do you do with a search engine? You ask questions. Go to the beginning. What's the chocolate cake? What is the ingredients of chocolate cake? Where's my chocolate cake? Why chocolate cake cracks? I always love it when this one comes up. Why chocolate cake cracks? If you have a cooking channel, or even if you have a kids channel, why chocolate cake cracks and how to fix it? Think of that title. Right now, this has just told you exactly what YouTube wants. It told you what people are searching for. So go in there. What, where, when, how, why. Now let's go to this video. Let's go check out who our competition is. Remember, we're still in research mode. Most people will say a good video is a video that has millions and millions of views. That's a fairly kind of okay statement to make. You know, we kind of judge whether a video is good or bad based by the amount of views that it has. That's fair enough. Here is the problem. The problem with the number of views is that it doesn't tell you time. It doesn't give you how long it took to get to those number of views. They got to 7 million views on this video. Did it take a day, a month, a year, 5 years? I have no idea. So if I just looked at this, at the total number of views, and made my entire decision, do I make my next big hit based on, they got 7 million views, I'm going to make a chocolate cake video so I can get some of those millions of views. Well, you could be flawed. I'll tell you why. Because when the iPhone 1 came out, I don't know, or the Samsung Galaxy Note 1 came out, I'm a geek techie guy, so that's going to happen. When those phones came out years ago, those videos have got millions and millions of views. But what are the odds of those videos getting millions of views today? That is what's important. Is it still relevant today? That is critical. So instead of just looking at the total number of views, what we do is we expose something called views per hour, VPH. And wow, is this critical? Because views per hour tells me right now, people are watching this video today. As we sit here, people are watching this video. And if they're watching this video, it means it's still relevant right now. So forget the number of views. I'm much more interested in the views per hour. And click on historical. Watch this. Over time, did this term get stronger or weaker? Remember, I'm just using chocolate cake. You can use absolutely anything that is specific to you and your channel. But look at this. Over time, look how much that has increased. The interest in chocolate cake has gone up. This is a great indicator together with the views per hour. That tells me if you're going to make a video, this is a good topic. If this had 1 view per hour, who cares how many views this has got in total? Nobody cares today about this topic. As we go down the scorecard here, you're going to see a whole bunch. Did they use any Reddit strategies, a little bit of Facebook? But look at this. To me, this is gold. This is just the best tool in the world. I know we created it. I am a little bit biased, but I absolutely love this tool. This is the compare views in the first 28 days tool. Essentially what this does, it says, look, you're in research mode. You want to know, is this a regular video for this channel? Yes, they got 15 million subscribers. Is this just one of those regular video that they just churned out? Or did this video perform exceptionally well? In other words, it's an outlier video. It's so well, it went way above the channel. And this is what this does for you. It says, look at this video compared to this channel's average. Now, this channel average is here. It's the pink. This video is the blue. Instantly, you can see this is an amazing video. Now you want to study it. Now you want to say, after the first day, how many views did it get compared to the channel average? On the 7th day, how many views did it get compared to the channel? So for example, this channel's average is between 140 and 230,000 views after 7 days. This video got 854,000 views. In other words, this is an outlier video. This video performs remarkably well. How awesome is this tool? You can go to any video and go and watch that video compared to that channel's average. But it gets even better because you can go in here and you can compare it to your channel's average, to the last video you watched on YouTube, to any video on YouTube, any playlist, any channel, and your competitor's average. And I'll show you competitors as well. So this is super duper powerful. You go to any video when you're doing your research. Remember, haven't picked up the camera yet. I want to be the first D. I want to be discovered. So I'm going to do all my legwork right now to understand what works in this world and what doesn't. Now that I know that this is a great video, what's next? What's the next step? Well, the next step is you're going to go into one of the tools and it's something called competitors. Now I'm going to click on competitors, and what competitor does is these are my competitors. This is vidIQ's competitors. And competitor is a bit of a strong term. Essentially what this is, it's other people who are doing similar content than we are. It's people we want to keep our eye on, people that we work with, people that we love, people that we hang out with at events with. But what I want to see, so why would I want to see what they're up to? Well, I want to see what they're up to because I want to understand what's their thumbnail strategy. Are they still using short titles or long titles? What is their views per hour? Remember, views per hour. I don't care how many views these videos got, but I care about this. I know if this many people are interested in this topic, I need to explore that further. So you do the same on your channel. You go find your competitors, 10, 15 competitors, big channels, little channels. Go keep an eye on what they're up to. See if anything you can learn from. What's their thumbnail like? Look, people have gone dark now. Cody has gone dark. Brian Johnson's gone dark. Faces are still a thing. I'm learning all the time. I'm learning what my competitors are doing so I can keep ahead. Remember, YouTube is about trends. YouTube knows. We don't watch one video and then leave and then go and make a buying decision. We watch multiple videos about the same topic. We all do. If you're going to buy a new device, a new gadget, you're going to watch reviews. You're going to watch 3, 4, 5 reviews before you make a decision. This is what YouTube does. It knows that we will watch multiple videos about the same topic. So YouTube suggests videos for you to watch. So making sure that you are always getting content that you're looking for. So if I know that these guys are starting to talk about certain topics that I talk about, well, maybe YouTube will suggest my video to the same audience because I'm talking about similar topics. How cool is that? Go load up 10, 15 competitors, keep your eye on their thumbnails, their titles, their views per hour, understand what's trending so that you guys can actually make content similar to within your industry and then get those views when YouTube starts suggesting those videos. Because trends is where it's at. And because trend is where it's at, we've got something called trend alerts. And when you go and you create a trend alert, here's what happens. Typically, a lot of us understand trends once they have become trends. We understand things that have already popped. Some things like Baby Shark is a very, very bad example. Fortnite, any of those things that were really kind of popped, the challenges, things of that nature. But a lot of us will only see it once there's been so much hoo-ha about this online, so much noise, that we kind of riding the very tail end of those trends. Watch this. Give it a name. Let's just use Fortnite as a bad example. Well, if you're a gaming channel, you'll put Fortnite. Maybe you'll put PUBG. If you're a car channel, maybe you're going to put the brand names of these cars into these trend alerts, because this is what it does. You can use little keywords or big keywords. So Fortnite is obviously a big keyword. I'm basically telling vidIQ, look, vidIQ, I'm really interested in this term Fortnite. If anybody makes a video that gets more than 1,000 views per hour, not in total, 1,000 views per hour, let me know, and I'll get a report that looks like this. And I can get it every day, every 2 days, each week, each month. So in other words, I can already keep an eye on what's popping in my industry, because when I see a video, or whatever it may be, when I see a video going from 100 views per hour, next time I see the same video, it's at 500 views per hour. And then it's at 1,000 views per hour. Wow, something is happening. I need to go and investigate. I need to understand why that video is moving so quickly. Why is it going from 100 to 500 to 1,000? And I need to understand it quickly, so perhaps I go and make a video around the same topic. And you can create multiple alerts. So you can have Fortnite, create another alert, PUBG, another alert, Call of Duty, or whatever it may be. And in your industry, you know the keywords that you're constantly searching for when you're keeping your eye on your competitors. Those are the keywords that you stick into. The next thing is most viewed. Now, most viewed can become weird. This is everything that's viewed on YouTube at the moment. Now, before you tell me, yes, there is the trending page, I'm fully aware of it. But what this is, it's everything that's rocking on YouTube right now, sorted by views per hour. Now, how powerful is that? Essentially, this video is getting 704,000 views per hour. PewDiePie, 249,000 views per hour. David Dobrik, 130,000 views per hour. Why do we care, realistically? Well, firstly, you're in the YouTube game. You need to know what's happening on YouTube as the bigger picture. You need to know what these channels are up to, what's attracting audiences. You need to keep your eye on that. But now you're going to say to me, Apple TV has got however many, 52,000 subs, but it's Apple. You got David Dobrik, who's got 13 million subscribers. Well, how do I even play in this game? Good question. What you do, you go all the way down to the bottom here, and you say, you know what? Only show me channels between 100,000 and 1 million subscribers. Now, this changes the game. Now it's getting much closer to perhaps your world. You can make it anything that's getting 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, whatever's closest to your world. And then you can start searching even more by categories, by countries, even do some search terms. If I had a kids channel, I would just live on here, because here it's exposed to me immediately the thumbnails that these people are using. It exposes to me the title. This person has hit every keyword. It's got a great thumbnail. Slime is a big term. ASMR is a big term. Relaxing slime is a big term. They clearly know what they're doing. They've used all the right stuff. And look at this. It's just rocking at 30,000 views per hour. Okay. Very, very, very powerful. Guys, you get all these tools if you're using the free vidIQ. But because you're on this webinar, you can go down into the link and get the full 30 days. And I'm going to unlock all this for you. So in 30 days, you can see the power that you can immediately generate on your channel. Remember, this is only, we still haven't finished. This is still the first D. This is just being discovered. Look how much kind of research you need to do, because why waste your time on something that's not going to work? Once you've done that research, you're going to come back into this page because you've now shot your video. You're now ready to roll. You now got your title because you know what your title is because you've done that research. And as you go through here, you're going to say, okay, this is a video that Rob did. How to delete YouTube videos 2019, new method. What's key here? Well, what's key here is the title. The title is key. This is what YouTube looks at the most. Then description and then tags. Now together they all make up the metadata that a YouTube needs, that the search engine needs in order to go ahead and understand what's in your video. Yes, YouTube watches your video. Yes, they watch your thumbnail. But when you put them all together, you're just feeding the beast. You're saying, hey, I'm going to tell you what my video is about. So you can see here, how to delete YouTube videos 2019 is repeated in the first line of the description. How to delete YouTube videos in 2019. I'm telling YouTube twice. Oh, guess what? I'm also telling YouTube down here in the tags, again, what this video is about. Now there's no misunderstanding. And look how beautifully this is ranking for it. The numbers in blue is what it's ranking for. This is just an absolute superb video. Let me show you how you do this. As you start typing, it's going to give you the term. It's going to give you a whole bunch of scores, so you know which tags have got more value than other tags. Now watch this. Check this out. This is like my favorite part here. Mother's Day. Okay, these are all the related keywords for Mother's Day. But watch this. Okay, what's the interest over time? Well, it's pretty much wavering. Can you see that? But it's coming down. Mother's Day is done. So what is working is things around Mother's Day songs, Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Mother's Day's card. Now, if you didn't make a Mother's Day video this year, should you just give up on this term? Watch this. You click on all time. And now what this does, it evaluates the term, Mother's Day, in this particular case, over a period of time. So since 2008, look at this. Every single year, there is a spike. What does this mean? It means that when you didn't make a video this year for Mother's Day, should you be making a video for Mother's Day next year? Absolutely. You know it's going to hit. The likelihood of it popping around Mother's Day next year is huge because every single year it is hit. So why would next year be any different? And the cool thing about this is that a date you can just use again and again and again. So you can say, how to make your Mother's Day the ultimate Mother's Day chocolate cake how-to video, 2019. Next year, delete 2019, label it as 2020. The same information applies. So always check the term, check it against 30 days, check it against all time. And that's going to give you a lot of valuable information, what's relevant today versus what's relevant once a year or maybe multiple times a year. These are tentpole events, things like Christmas, New Year's, Independence Day, or you know the big ones. Also, don't forget, if you don't live in the US, what is your local country's big events, big tentpole events? South Africa, we had National Braai Day, which is barbecue day. Now that I know what my tags are, I've got a cool description. And by the way, description is important. Don't just give it one line. Give it a lot of information. Feed the beast. Tell YouTube what your videos are about. Scroll further down. I get a checklist. Hey, did I edit to a card? Have I edited to an end screen? Have I got closed caption? We don't monetize our channel, so that's fine to have the X. Playlist, public, do we share it? Oop, maybe I need to share this video. Right, Facebook, etc. This just keeps a good checklist to help you get more exposure. Down here, more keywords, and down here is videos to gain views from. What does that mean? Well, remember, YouTube wants to pair videos together. It wants to know that people are going to watch a how to delete a YouTube video. Well, perhaps there's other videos here that are already speaking about the same topic, and maybe I can use some of these keywords to try link them to my video so I can get those eyeballs. When somebody watches that video, maybe YouTube will recommend my video next. But watch this. Best time to publish. This is so critical. Remember I was speaking about VPH, views per hour, right? When you launch a video, YouTube doesn't know if it's a good or a bad video yet. It has no idea. But when you launch it and your audience comes immediately and they watch and you're keeping them hooked and you're keeping them on the video for long and they're watching your next video, those are insanely beautiful signals to YouTube that YouTube says, wow, this is quality video. And that's when you begin unlocking that second D. YouTube says, okay, are you delivering? So how do you get the most eyeballs on your video as you launch? Well, you simply use the best time to publish on your channel tool. Go through the days of the week, whichever day you happen to be on. If we launched a video, I don't know, on a Tuesday, between 9 and 11 seems to be our best time. I would probably launch it a little bit before here so I can get the up run as people are logging on. And remember, try not to launch videos on the hour like 10, 11, 12, or on the half hour, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. The reason for it is because a lot of the big corporates, a lot of people that schedule videos way ahead of time, they typically launch at those time periods. So I kind of launch my video 9:46 or 10:32, something weird where you're going to be the notification that people watch because you didn't receive like 30 notifications on your phone at once. So just a bit of a ninja tactic there. What's next is the second D. Did you deliver? Well, this is when the channel audit tool comes into play. Now, this, again, this is what I was missing when I was trying to work out this YouTube game myself before I joined vidIQ. This is so important because I have no idea. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend 30 hours of my life trying to understand YouTube analytics. Just push a button and tell me what's working and what isn't working. This is what the channel audit does. So over the last 30 days, how many views did you get on your channel compared to the previous month? Are you growing or are you shrinking? If you're growing, do you know why? If you're shrinking, do you know why? And look at this, content to double down on. Essentially, double down is a term that means make more of these. You're saying double down, go big, because people are loving this content. Why? Look, these videos are giving me views per hour. These videos are giving me the engagement rates, giving me views, giving me subscribers. How many subscribers did these videos give me? How many subscribers per 1,000 views? So I know what's working. I know what my audience wants. Same on your channel. You look at your audience and maybe your audience is telling you what they want and you're just not seeing it. But this will show that to you. And scroll further down. Total watch time, total average watch time, top retention. What are these? These are the stuff that YouTube is looking for. Which videos are keeping people watching? What is the watch time, average watch time, and the retention? So people are loving these content. Guess what I'm going to do? Make more of these style videos. I can immediately see, look here, when we have a comparison tool between these data graphs, I can already see that that's popping. Instantly I can see that. Therefore, I'm going to make more of these. Okay? Can you see how powerful this is? It's the stuff to make more of. As you scroll further down, it even tells you, look, these are the top search terms. This is what people search to get to your videos. How to download a YouTube video. Look how cool that is. 30,000. Look at these TCs versus PewDiePie. Great. Your audience still wants that. Do we make more content around this? Absolutely. End screen click rates. What are people clicking on the end screen the most? Well, for us, it's videos. Perfect. And best for viewer. Great. Guess what I'm going to stick on my end screen? Less playlist, more this stuff. Look at the card click rates. Polls, 57%. People love engaging in our polls. Guess what I'm going to be doing? Making more polls. It tells you this. This is the stuff that's working. And just as importantly, the stuff that isn't working. Guys, this is the content that could use work on our channel. You guys didn't really dig this content. Lowest average watch time, lowest retention, lowest like ratio. People love Jack Black, and apparently Rob managed to upset quite a lot of people by doing this video. Okay, note to self, don't mess with Jack. Cool, now we know. Lowest view. Look, these videos are losing us subscribers. Well, what do? We're going to investigate these things and work out, hold on, are these things badly done? Bad time of year? Do we have to redo them? Maybe our thumbnails wasn't up to scratch. All of those things. I'm asking ourselves the question again and again, so the videos appear in this section, in the stuff to do more of. Remember, if you have let's just say, back to our cooking channel, if you love your chocolate cake recipes, but guess what? Every time you do that, they're in the content that could use work section. But every time you do something about a barbecue, it's always in the top section. Guess what your audience wants from you? More barbecue recipes, less chocolate cake recipes. See how powerful this is. It exposes that information. Are you delivering? That's that second D. We've been discovered. Now, are you delivering? And again, as you scroll further down, average metrics over the last 30 days. What was your title length, description length, etc. And then items to improve upon. Look here, we got 6 videos instantly. It's in red, which don't have an end screen. I need to go fix that. Do all your videos have cards? Do they all have custom thumbnails? Will they all edit your playlist? How many are you posting each week? Important information. I go straight to the red and I go and I make those changes. If I had a YouTube channel, which I do, I live in this. This tells me if I'm delivering, because if I'm not delivering, I have a problem. If I am delivering, it means my audience is loving what I'm doing, and then YouTube is going to unlock that third D, which is distribution. And when we're talking about distribution, we're talking about YouTube says, look, these are great signs. People are loving your content. If they're loving your content, I'm going to show it to a different audience. I'm going to test your videos with an audience who's never heard of you, an audience who's maybe searched for you but never landed on your video. I want to show them your video. What's going to happen here? You're going to get to a point where your videos start getting out further and further, and you're going to unlock these achievements. And when you unlock these achievements, we create this lovely certificate for you. And let me tell you why this is a growth strategy. When you see a certificate like this, congratulations, vidIQ, you've cracked 350,000 subscribers on this date. What do? We share it. We share it on social media, and people love to see that they were part of that journey, and they love to be part of a journey. So they give you a thumbs up. Hey, I'm one of those 350. Hey, I was with you from the start. And they retweet it. Guess what happens? Other people see those retweets. They see what's going on with this channel. What is this channel? Click, and it gives you an opportunity to get more subscribers. So as soon as you hit those milestones, go ahead and share that certificate. Tag vidIQ when you do that, at vidIQ, and we will help spread your word, spread your channel even further. It is a beautiful, beautiful growth strategy. And remember, this obviously gets adjusted for your channel. You're not going to hit your first key achievement when you get 350,000, of course. Each channel, this is customized for you so that you can share your success as soon as you hit it. Lots of cool metrics here, lots of cool information. Like, for example, how far are you? We're on pace for 400,000 subscribers by this date. We use this as a challenge. Are we really going to wait? No. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to start going harder and harder and try getting to those subscribers. Those are the ways to use vidIQ. Hopefully you've understood the 3Ds. Being discovered is all about that research. Being discovered is all about getting that content out there in a way that people want to see it. Go to the caption, use autocomplete, and really home in those titles, because that is where you win. That is where the audience finds you, and that's where they see, oh, new content, didn't see this before, let me go push play. Then your second D, deliver that content. Go and look at your most viewed, go look at your channel audit, see what's working on your channel, and just do more of it. Deliver more of that content so that people will love you. They're going to distribute your work, they're going to share it with their friends, and your channel grows and grows and grows. And then you just rock those achievements, and we look forward for you tweeting them, sharing them on Facebook. Tag us in so that we could retweet you, because we love to see success when you're there. Hopefully this was useful. It was a bit of a intensive training. About 50 minutes now or so, just going through all the steps. If you just do those steps, if you just make your chocolate cake the correct way, not by grabbing stuff into a bowl and hoping for the best, but by doing that research, following the recipe, following that engagement, following the process. That is how you win. And you just got to get 1% better with every video, 1% better with every video. And that's you slowly, slowly crawling away, and never compare yourself to anyone else, because that's the kiss of death. Don't ever, ever do that. Finally, before we go, in the link, there's a 30-day Boost trial. If anybody's not on Boost and you really want to get all the advantage of everything I've just showed you, go ahead, register for this, get your coupon, get onto the system, and then rock your channel. Try it for 30 days. You'll see what a world of a difference it makes. I personally prefer to film than spend hours doing my research. Now I can push a button, get that research done, so I can go ahead and follow my passion and do my filming. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. You're able to place on that replay. Will still be live, so if you missed anything, obviously go back. Share this with one of your friends, anyone who wants to see this. We do this every single Wednesday. Go to vidIQ.com/webinar and register for the next one. If you're here and you want to hear it again next week, come along. We got space. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching. My name is Liron Segev. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Is this thing on? I'm just checking. Yeah, I think it might be. There you are, folks. That is the wonderful, comprehensive, exhaustive of all of our tools product tour of vidIQ. Just a reminder about a couple of things. If you do want to get full access to all of the tools so you can use everything that you saw that Liron showed you, there is a link in the video description right now for a 30-day free trial. Folks, did you find that interesting, useful, and a benefit to your channel? If the answer is yes, I don't need to know in the chat. What I would like you to do is give us a like on this video. So if you haven't already done so, and I'm more than happy to do this, I'm going to give you an awkward silence for 15 seconds, which is going to allow you to drag your mouse or drag your finger, if you're on a mobile app, down to that thumbs up button and click it. And until then, I'm just going to sit here in a stony silence until you do just that. Oh, isn't that so fascinating? A bit of ASMR beard scratching there as well on top. All right, as promised, what I said I would do is answer some of your questions here after the main show. So if you have anything you want to ask about the vidIQ tools, YouTube in general, or maybe something pertaining to your channel, post it now and I'll do my best to answer as many as possible in the time that we have left. It's important to start your question with hashtag question because it makes it a lot easier for me to read it on the live chat over here to because it's invisible and it's not really actually in my reality world, it's in my virtual world. I think it's to my right, which is actually my left as I'm looking at the camera. All right. What are the questions that you want to ask me right now? So the blessing report, the first one is review your channel. So what you're asking for is a channel audit. We at vidIQ, if you are new to the channel, do channel audits every single Tuesday. Myself and a guest will take a look at your channel and give you advice on where to improve specifically for you. We're not doing that today though, so make sure to come back on a Tuesdays at 11 a.m. PT or Pacific Standard Time, and we'll try and help you out there. But today we're not reviewing channels. Duquan Does Science asks, if a niche isn't really found on YouTube, is that a red flag? Well, my answer to that, I mean, obviously I don't know what the niche is, but my answer to that would be there are 2 billion users on YouTube. There is a niche for everything. And if that niche isn't yet realized or utilized, if you're one of the first people in that niche as it's growing, you could really dominate and become the authority. So I would be a little concerned if you're thinking that a niche doesn't necessarily exist. There's always niches, and sometimes you almost create your own. The important thing is to make sure that you're a disruptor of the existing space in some way, providing something different that viewers can't get anywhere else, and there is a demand for it, even if the audience doesn't realize it yet. So try and think along those lines rather than the niche doesn't potentially exist, if I interpreted your question correctly. Just Dean asks, what is your take on YouTube advertising? Me personally, as a individual video creator and growing a channel organically, is that the moment you start to put money into advertising and building an audience, then you're not building an organic community that's going to really invest in your content. They're there because YouTubers force the content in front of you, and you want people to come for your content because you provide real value. Some people argue that it is useful to build up a bit of an audience when you have no traction whatsoever, but I would try and encourage getting away from paid content as much as possible, unless you're trying to sell a product or a service, and that goes more into the traditional advertising routes, where you want to try and reach a wide mass of specific target audience to get them to buy something off you. But for growing an audience and becoming members of your community, I always think organic is the best way to go. Here at vidIQ, we've done very little paid advertising for our YouTube channel. It's all just been about building the community over the years. But thank you for the question. Missed Play Games asks, what are external websites? Are they good for linking YouTube videos to boost SEO? The problem with having videos outside of YouTube videos outside of the platform, is that you get much less analytics from them. For example, YouTube can't detect the impressions from them, and so it's a lot more difficult to get the click-through rate from them, which means that it might not serve back into video itself and be really popular on the YouTube platform. What you'll find with most videos with external views is that they have a tiny amount of engagement actually on the YouTube platform in terms of comments, likes and dislikes, and so it can be really hard to gauge, I think, from YouTube's perspective, just how successful this video is. And then if you're thinking about linking to external websites from videos, always remember that if you do that, you're creating an end point for a viewer's experience in the YouTube platform, or an end session, and that can impact you as a creator because you've effectively taken the user off of the YouTube platform. With that being said, if your aim is to get people to visit an external website to buy products and services off you, then there's obviously a monetary incentive for you to get that viewer to your own world, which is outside of YouTube. So it can be apples and oranges. There's lots of things to consider with external websites and links, that type of thing. Cyberclip question is, how can I get my channel searchable on YouTube? I think the simplest answer to that is continue to tell YouTube what your content is about consistently. So that's staying on one topic, finding your niche, delivering the content to your audience of what they demand. You say you just hit the community tab, so you're already starting to build an audience of over 1,000 subscribers, so congratulations on that. The channel about section is somewhere where you can include a bit of SEO, because that is indexed and searched for on YouTube. We know this because we put random bits of code in about sections and they do appear on search. And this happens over time. You can't just be able to communicate to YouTube within a couple of videos and a couple of days what your channel is about. There are exceptions, of course, but for most channels and creators, it takes a lot of time and patience. So just keep doing what you're doing. If you're over 1,000 subscribers, remember that is a building full of people. So you've already touched that amount of people and impacted them enough to subscribe to your channel. Just continue to do that. Continue to service that audience and the wider audience who surrounds who's already subscribed to your content. I'm not a casualty. The question here is, if you're not making money, should you even make 10-minute videos, or does it help me grow to make longer videos? So the general advice here is that you should make longer videos because it creates more watch time, and more watch time means that YouTube is going to serve your content up to more people because they want to keep people on the platform. But that doesn't always work in all genres of YouTube. Because, for example, here at vidIQ, I do some tutorial content which tells people exactly what they need to do as quickly as possible, whether it be adding subtitles to videos, deleting videos on YouTube, that type of thing. Nobody wants a 10-minute video on how to do that. They just want to know the answer. So I purposely make shorter videos in those cases, and those videos have been really successful. So you have to look at whether the content merits longer videos, and also look at your audience retention. If people, generally speaking, are watching your content for more than 50% of the length of a video, you're doing something generally right, and that gives you a license to make or test longer videos. But until you test it yourself and get some metrics and some data back from that, you're not going to know. If you go from 2-minute videos to 10-minute videos with no real indication of how that's going to affect the audience, it could have a really bad effect on your channel, but you're just going to have to test that and find out. As always, with YouTube advice, there is general advice, but it always is a little nuanced and can be subtly changed for each individual video creator. You've just got to know what the general rules and suggestions are, test them out, and see what's going to work best for your channel. But a great question, thank you. William Play says, if I record on a phone, how can I edit? If I can't, I might as well quit. There are plenty of video editing pieces of software for mobile phones. I think Filmora is one that's really good on Android, and then on iPhone you've got iMovie, which I believe is free. So don't use the excuse that you can't edit screen recordings as a reason to quit, because there's plenty of options. You just need to search out there and find the solutions for you, because I guarantee you, if you quit, there's going to be thousands of other creators who have put in the time and effort to work out how to do it and are flourishing on YouTube. So please don't quit at the first hurdle because you don't think there's something possible. There's always ways to do things, especially on YouTube and with the technology that we have, so just do the research. Dia V asks, does a video with low views affect the algorithm of other videos in the channel as well? I think YouTube have tried to dispel this as a myth in terms of video. A continuation of bad videos is going to affect the channel in general. And I do think that YouTube does treat each video on its own merit to begin with, and once it has that data, then it will decide whether or not to serve up to a new audience, because you have some channels which just come out of nowhere and get 1 million views on a video and they've got only a few hundred subscribers, and there will be channels which have millions of subscribers and they post a couple of videos that don't do really well because it maybe just didn't work for their audience at the time. But having said that, if you do create a series of videos that aren't really connecting with your audience and the metrics are lower than what they might be, I think you will start to notice somewhat of a decline in your content. And that's just because YouTube is getting information from the audience that they're not really connecting with your content. And so you have to be really aware of, every time you make a video, is it something that my previous audience is going to watch as a continuation of the content I have? But there's no real hard facts on this. It's kind of a bit of myth busting going on there. But generally speaking, you're not going to be penalized with like a flick of a switch. I think it's going to be a gradual reviewing of your content over a longer period of time. Brendan Walters asks, does YouTube pay its creators in US dollars or in the currency where the creator lives? I think that's an AdSense question, to be honest. I think you can change the currency on YouTube analytics to tell you exactly how much you might be paid in one currency or another, but I think once it goes through into AdSense, there's probably a bit of conversion that's going on there, and especially if you're with a partnered channel, multi-channel network, they will be not paying you in US dollars, but they'll be converting from US dollars into, well, yeah, I think actually I have been paid in US dollars previously from an MCM when I was a UK creator into US dollars, and that was into PayPal, and then you'd have to do the conversion there. So I think ultimately the starting point is always US dollars for most YouTube income. But I could be wrong about that. You may want to clarify that. Good question, though. I'll probably need to do a bit more research on that and find out myself. Question next from Julie, is it Hooli Gaming? How do I do better videos that's not boring in Minecraft? So Dan, a new member here at vidIQ, did a video on Monday about how to start a gaming channel. It does cover gaming content as a whole, but you have to understand that you are in a really competitive space. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Minecraft creators. So as a viewer, I'm going to be asking myself, why should I watch your content instead of somebody else's? And you have to have a really strong message on why that is, whether it's because you cover something in more detail than anyone else, or you are able to give better tutorials or information about the game faster than anyone else. What is your unique selling point? Because if you're already thinking that your content is boring, or you're worried that it's boring, you need to reset your mindset on the content and say, how am I going to improve this? How am I going to make this better than similar creators who are of a similar size to me? What is my marginal edge, my superpower? We talk about this a lot in the vidIQ Academy, actually. Of course, as we say, when you join vidIQ, the Boost or the Pro package, you do get the vidIQ Academy included with it, and there's hours of lessons which go into a lot more detail, more than I could ever really talk about here in the quick Q&A that we have. Next question then I'm looking at here is from Falcon SHQIP. That's a strange second. It's like Squip. So I'm just having fun trying to pronounce your channel name. Anyway, you're in Kosovo, and here in YouTube and YouTube Day, you're not eligible for the partner program. There are YouTubers here which use US as a location. My question is it allowed to do so, or should I just quit? I mean, if people are in Kosovo are using US as their location, my guess is that's probably almost definitely against terms of service and is not allowed. I would imagine if these users get caught, then YouTube would probably remove the monetization of their content or something similar. And I could not possibly give you any advice on this other than to follow the terms of service and guidelines. You're saying, should you quit YouTube? No, you shouldn't quit YouTube. If you're building a community and audience, there are many more ways to make YouTube, many more ways to make money on YouTube than just YouTube itself. So this could be through merchandising, brand sponsorships, and anything off platform. Patreon as another example. These are all things where you can make money off of YouTube, off of a platform. And the majority of the most successful creators make far more money off of YouTube rather than through AdSense, Super Chats, those type of things. So I would say definitely don't quit YouTube, but until YouTube officially recognizes that country as a partner program, you're probably best not doing anything that might risk your channel if it is growing nicely right now. VD Workshop has a question here. First year, you completed 4,000 hours of watch time. Congratulations. But second year, can't complete 4,000 hours of watch time. Does this disable my monetization? So here's how it works. Congratulations, first of all, on hitting 4,000 hours of watch time, and presumably you are monetizing your content. YouTube say that if you are not able to maintain 4,000 hours of watch time over 365 days, so it's not necessarily your second year, it's just over the previous 365 days, they will not automatically remove you from the YouTube Partner Program, but they do have the discretion to do so. Whether they will or not, I couldn't possibly answer that, but they won't. There's no automatic trigger that will do that. Keep an eye on it. If YouTube decide that they are going to remove it from the program, you will probably receive an email and be told about it, but it is not a definite, surefire thing that you will be removed. So keep making content. Try and get above 4,000 hours again if you can. Is there a play button for 200 million, I assume, subscribers? I'm sure there almost certainly will be, but it's going to be a long time before anyone gets there. Remember, the platform has been around for over a decade, so it took 12, 13, 14 years for the first chance at 100 million subscribers. It's probably going to take another at least 2, 3, 4, 5 years to hit 200 million, and as far as I'm aware, I think once you get to 50 million, 100 million, YouTube are making custom play buttons for those channels anyway. So I'm sure that maybe they might wait to 250 million, actually thinking about it, but who knows? We'll only find that out when a channel comes close to that. Melody Gaming, I think your channel name is, does making videos in a different language than to where it's uploaded from matter? E.g., living in Germany, but the video is in English. That shouldn't matter as long as you are posting the videos at the right time for a English-speaking audience. But my question back to you is, why are you creating content in English? Is there a specific reason? And the reason I ask that is because there is this tendency for creators who speak more than one language, including English, which I always applaud, by the way. I can only speak English, and in the UK, we have a terrible education system for teaching people how to speak multiple languages, but in Europe, they're far more educated and civilized in that respect. So, well done for being able to speak, I assume, German and English. But if your native language is something else, why are you not making content in that language? If your answer is because the audience is a lot smaller, while that is true, that audience might be a lot less developed in that country. In English-speaking YouTube channels, the competition is so fierce because the platform is so well established already and mature in English-speaking countries that it's really hard to break into markets, especially gaming. Whereas there may be, let's say, for example, let's say 1 billion users on the platform speak and listen to content in English, and 100 million listen to content in German. But there are tens of millions of video creators creating English-speaking content, but there are maybe less than 1 million creators creating content in your specific topic. The competition may be so much smaller that you can dominate that smaller audience and really grow in that respect. So that might be a fundamental question. It might be completely mute as well. You might have a completely different opinion, or you're an English creator who's just living in Germany and maybe you don't have the skills to do content in German. I'm really waffling on here, but yeah, just think about why if you want to create content in English, is it because you think there is a larger audience there? Just remember that there's a lot more competition for that audience in the English-speaking YouTube world. Cat Crazy Channel with a question that starts with, I started my channel 3 months ago and have 75 loyal subscribers. Just remember, 75 loyal subscribers is a large room full of people, so you're already impacting that many people. If you're on stage speaking to 75 people, just imagine how daunting that is. So congratulations on the subscribers you already have. You have 100 views each week, which is pretty good, I would say, for in triple digits. That's already a good start. How can you get more? Different tags. How can I get better suggestions? You're just in that stage where you're a small channel and you're growing. Most of the successful channels in the world will tell you that the hardest task was getting the first 100 or 1,000 subscribers, where you have very little momentum. And that's not a slight on you. It's just where you are in the current YouTube pecking order. But you've already gained that momentum of 75 subscribers. And you'll start to find that as you create more content and you get better as a video creator and YouTube starts to understand your content more, you'll have these like semi-viral moments where it outperforms anything else on your channel. When that happens, target that video content and make more of it. Liron talked about this when you were looking at the channel audit tool. Double down on the best content, because that's where you're really resonating with your audience and YouTube likes the content that you're creating, and you'll start to find that the momentum grows. So yes, you can look at tags, although tags don't matter that much these days. You can look at video suggestions and that type of thing, but I think more at this point it's a mindset. You don't want to worry about the day-to-day small numbers right now, because they will start to build up. Right now, you are putting time, effort, and patience in the bank, but the bank doesn't pay out at the same rate or consistency. You'll find that it pays out in big dollops of success on a day when you least expect it. So just wait for that moment and keep working hard in 2020. Next question is from Skeleton Skyski, I think. How do you get ranked tags in videos? So this is a bit of a 2015, 2016 question. My advice to you is don't worry too much these days about the ranked tags, in the sense of, if you're a small channel, this is going to be my route to success. Think about the overall metadata that's in your title. The title, first of all, and then in the descriptions. You should be doing the keyword research anyway, because you'll start to understand what people are searching for on YouTube, and then you can take all of those keywords and add them to your tags. Always think about how specific you can be when you're creating the tags or anything in the titling. It's not good enough to have a tag that is basically, let's say, entertainment. If you're talking about a specific wrestling match or a specific game or a specific piece of tech or a specific movie, you want to be talking about the exact character in the movie and their emotional struggle. Or when you're talking about a game, you want to be referencing the very specific map or the tools that you're using. Or when we're talking about technology, let's say it's the iPhone 11, you're going to be talking about a very specific part of the iPhone 11, where it's how the speakers work, or whether it's a specific setting in iOS 13. Try and be as granular as possible to reach that really specific audience that wants to know the answers to the questions that you are trying to answer. And so think of it along those lines. Whatever your current mindset is with ranked tags, try and be at least 50% more specific. We've done lots of playlists on getting ranked tags, and as I say, tags are less important these days, but if you want to go check them out on the vidIQ channel, make sure to do that. What have we got next then? Any more questions? Let's see. There's a lot coming from Hooli Gaming, and here's another one. In just 2 months... 2 months ago, you purchased, is that right? You purchased 1,000 subscribers and you saw that you got just 12 views. That was not a good way. So is that a question? Yes, I think you're asking, is buying subs a bad idea? Yes, absolutely. It's a terrible idea. First of all, because it's against YouTube terms of service. And if YouTube finds out that you're buying subscribers, you could get your channel terminated. So do not do that at all. And the second thing is, if you're buying subscribers, all you're doing is buying a number. You're not buying loyalty. You're not buying trust. You're not buying a human emotion to a piece of content. Yes, absolutely. I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised that these 1,000 subscribers didn't get you views, because they might not exist as real people. And first of all, let's say I'm somebody who a company pays me 10 cents to subscribe to a channel. Okay, right. I'm going to subscribe to that channel. Done. Thank you for the 10 cents. Oh, you want me to actually watch some content? I'm not going to do that. I have no interest in their actual channel. If you pay me some more money, I'll watch their videos. I probably won't enjoy watching the videos either. But yeah, anytime you think that you're trying to buy success on YouTube, is never going to be the right route. You have to build an affinity and a trust and a loyalty. And hopefully, by me answering that question to you, you're now thinking, yeah, I understand where this person's coming from. I like their opinion. I think I'm going to subscribe to vidIQ because I want to know more of what this person has to say and how they might be able to grow my channel. There, we've built an actual human connection, and there is some trust and faith in what I have to say to you. That's how you build subscribers organically and build a community, generally speaking. So an interesting little journey into buying subs there. Just don't do it. We've done a video on this. It will potentially completely screw up your journey by terminating your channel before you even get started. Wow, we've gone into overtime here. I'm going to try and answer a couple more questions here, since I'm enjoying myself so much with your awesomeness here. Orizzonte de Gali Eventi. Have I said your name right? I hope I've got it even 50% right. How to use playlists. Should I put keywords in the description of a playlist? So yes, absolutely. Playlists do include descriptions, and so there can be some indexing there going on. Other general playlist techniques should be that I would say a good limit for playlists is no more than 10 to 15 videos, because if you ever see an end screen card or a playlist, generally speaking, that has 20 plus videos in there. As a viewer, you're thinking, wow, that's a bit of a commitment. I don't want to be here watching the next 20 videos. However, if it's 5 videos in a playlist, I may binge watch that in the next hour. So think about how many videos are in a playlist. And also from a channel perspective, if you create a video and you don't know which existing playlist to put it into on your channel, or it doesn't create a new series of videos in a playlist, then the video content probably doesn't match your audience. You've probably gone outside of your topic or niche a little too much. So consider that. Each video should be able to find itself into a playlist on your channel. And yes, absolutely, make sure to put in as much description in there as possible. And have feedback loops. You mention in your videos that you've got a playlist on this whole topic which you can investigate, and then that playlist will hopefully point to another playlist in your channel. And you've got like a feedback loop. You're like recycling those viewers through all of your content, welcoming them into your own little corner of YouTube. Can be really powerful if used correctly. It's Exploring with Riley. You're new. Have you got a chance of hitting 1,000 subscribers in 2020? Absolutely. There are channels in 2019 that started with 0 subscribers and now have 1 million subscribers. Anything is possible on YouTube. You've just got to put in a hard work and have a clear vision and an understanding of where you want to go. And it may take a day. It may take 100 days. It may take a year. But with hard work, everybody gets there who has the determination to succeed. I think that's the one mindset that many video creators lose a lack of faith in, that they just think they're never going to get there when they're potentially on the cusp of something big on their YouTube channel. Somebody saying hashtag question thanks. That's not a question, it's a statement, but you are more than welcome for that. And there's a question here from Neos who says, bought Boost recently and all I'm seeing is a bunch of tags that I can't compete against. How else can I use it to grow my channel? Well, Neos, if you're a little late to this live stream, Liron's just done a product tour of all of the other tools that we have at vidIQ. I mean, tag suggestions is just a microscopic amount of what we have to offer. You've got the competitors tool, the most viewed tool in there, which will show you which channels have been successful with titling strategies and content that are a similar size to you. So that's really useful for finding out where there are little niches and areas of opportunity in your area. If you're just trying to focus on the tags which you think you can compete against, then again, you're thinking a little retroactively about YouTube. We've moved on in this day and age from just tags. There's so much more in there in how the algorithm works and how you can boost your channel by just the tags. So rewatch this live stream, which will be available when we go offline, and check out all of the tools we have. And of course, the Academy. You now have access to the Academy if you've just got the Boost tool. Check out all of the things. In fact, I'll just quickly plug that Academy again. You have got access now to all of these courses, which are hours long. I mean, look at how many lessons there are. 30 lessons in this one. We've got 21 lessons in the custom thumbnails one. 13 lessons there. We've got like 50 plus lessons already in this Academy, and how to start your YouTube channel. We go through 30 days of how to look at the mindset, the important things you should be doing on your channel. I'm not in shot here. Let me just get in shot. You've got access to all of this as well as the tools. So make sure to check that out. Whew, wow, what a live stream this has been. Thank you very much for taking part here in the webinar. If you want to say your goodbyes right now, then make sure to say goodbye. And I'm going to start reading out your names here as we say goodbye. A couple of housekeeping things to mention. If you want to get full access to vidIQ right now, there is a link in the video description which gives you a 30-day free trial to check out vidIQ Boost. So do make sure to check that out if you haven't already done so. And of course, we've just launched the vidIQ Academy, which gives you access to so much more learning than what we have here on the vidIQ YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then of course, please make sure to do that to get a lot more content just like this. Share this live stream with one other video creator who you think would find it useful. We do a live stream every Tuesday at 11 a.m. where we audit your channel. So we go really into depth about specifically what you might be doing right or wrong to help boost your views and subscribers. Check out the notifications for when the next one is coming up, but it's usually Tuesdays at 11 o'clock. And finally from me, time is the most important currency in the world, and you've just spent that time with me, and I hope we've given you some value back in the last hour. Remember that when you are serving your YouTube audience, whether it's to entertain, inform, or educate them. Goodbye to the following people that include the artists in heaven. Thank you as always for moderating. You have been, it looks like the sole moderator here, so that's really been appreciated. It's Exploring with Riley, Kawaii SH35H3, that is a long username. Melody Gaming, Corvette Matt, It's Exploring with Riley, I may have already said that. Soccer Helm, and also Lurgs. Generic Waffle, hello, you're in the house as always. Great to see you and your awesome username. Infamously Red, Michael Forge, and Gaming. Everyone, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you very soon on the vidIQ YouTube channel. Bye for now.